Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Return to Vanilla. And as you'll see, we've got some empty pens here. We've done a little bit of stuff I think you might be interested in. We're still repossessed. Nobody has come clean with it. It's been a couple days since I put that up, and I'll explain a little bit about that too. If I remember, I've got a lot to show you. Number one, we've changed our way down. Finally, I've gotten rid of the crappy-looking old staircase and put some time into cleaning this up. And this took forever because I changed the design about 4 times before I finally figured out what I wanted to do. This is a little entrance into a cave system where there is a spider spawner. We're not going to look to the left. We're going to show you that in a minute. But I wanted to stop the stairway from entering into the wall like it did, and I wanted to come out on this ravine because I like it so much and make it pretty. And well, that's more up there, what we'll show you in a minute, and I'm sure you can hear in the background what that's going to be. I wanted to finish this little bit right here. What I'd done is I'd let it transition up here and up here into kind of I extended this wall, but then here I let the ravine take over, and I wanted to get that kind of feel in here too, because in architecture where things like castles and keeps are built into standing mountains and outcrops and things like that, the people that constructed them used what was locally available. If there was a structure there that was working already, that was a natural piece, it was less work. They didn't have to carve the stone and make the supports and things like that. You could just let the natural structure be your support fixture. So I kind of want to leave a little bit of that to suggest that, but I'm not quite sure if I like it like this. I think this bit looks a little too regular. Let's just let's do these guys here, I think. I'm trying to avoid things looking too regular, but I don't want things to look too sloppy either. But that's what we've got there. I think this looks much better. I wanted to use the natural light from that lava, although eventually maybe we might take that up to use it in the smelter. But this lava pit under here ended up, the one that we've been taking all the lava out of is there. I ended up actually all the way underneath here, underneath my redstone, which was a lot of fun. And we've taken all that up, so under here should be pretty clean. And this is going to be our next project. We were going to put the tree farm right here because this lava is just taking forever to use, and I don't want to wait that long. I'm tired of it looking like junk down here. And I've got to fix things. We put some chests down here to put some extra materials in. This storage, we're rapidly outstripping what I can store there. So we're going to have to... Oops, I wanted to get some stuff first before we go up. But we're going to have to do something about that and make that a little more useful to us. Let's see. I'm also thinking I might have to work on getting the cactus farm. I've decided kind of what I wanted to do with it, but I haven't been able to wrap my head around how I want to execute it. I want to put it up here, and I want to connect it somehow to this water channel on either side that hydrates the wheat farm, and run it down to here and drop it into a hopper somehow. So it's like a passive system like I set up at spawn. But it's still like, since I spent so much time here, it's like self-collecting, going all the time. It kind of incorporates what we're already working with. But this is the big thing that we worked on. Mark helped me with this took us the better part of 2 days to clear this out and to bring the sheep up. And what we did was, there's the ravine over here, which is our lava ravine. And storage is right below. There's the other ravine that we first found when we first came here is right there. And it cuts through the ceiling like that. We kind of filled it in there, but it actually cut in up higher than it did low when it tapered. So it looked kind of cool. And I wanted to be in one place and see both ravines. So we kind of accomplished that. The sheep are so excited because I'm carrying the stuff that they eat. Come here, guys. Making the babies, making the babies, making the babies. I wanted to get the sheep down here so that I could have the horses in the other pasture. The for sale horses I wanted next to the portal and not so far out up by the river where they are. So I'm going to end up moving that. But all this moving around and building stuff was all in aid of getting those horses into that pasture by the portal. And that's it. That's all. That's why we did all this work. There we go. And I decided to use in the walls, you get the XP, I decided to use, these are cobblestone fences, because it gives a nice sense of depth. And they're in the corner too. And I like the texture on the slabs, on the smooth stone slabs. So that's why I chose those. I haven't done anything with the ceiling. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I also may put some kind of lighting in the walls. It's not necessary, but maybe something to break that up a little bit, because it looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little monolithic like it is. I mean, I like that because I like, you know, the sense of big spaces and, you know, large looking architectural shapes, but it may need something to break it up. I mean, especially after this is much cleaner than the look of the staircases, which is, you know, a little bit more busy, especially since I had to use the pumpkins, because those are, you know, pumpkins and the orange. The orange just grabs your eye. Up here I went to the glowstone, even though the lighting options for the textures aren't pretty, and they just aren't to my mind anyways. Some people might love them. I'm not one of them. I like the light. I really do like the light that comes from those. The pumpkins, even though I used them on the staircase, they were what I had, and I used them in the floor too. The glass, the green glass on top, kind of tones that down a bit, so you don't see that orangey that you get out there. I just think the light from glowstone is a lot more towards the white spectrum, and a little cleaner than the pumpkins, which are way deep in the yellowy orange side of the spectrum. Whoops, come on, jump up there. I might be getting to critical mass on you guys. I'll breed you guys one more time. The idea is, with the sheep, I want to have enough available so that when I'm clipping them, they're eating, and there's enough that I can, like, clip, eat, and I can always have enough in a pen so that there's always something to clip. And these pens might not be big enough for that. I might be unable to do that with these guys, but it'll be close enough. And since everything is really close together, I can just hop into one pen from the other and work on it that way. Come on, guys. Is that everybody? Yeah, I think so. And I'm noticing that I'm already getting clipping. And I'm not quite sure how to stop that. They're coming through, probably through here, through these corners. I may have to, because that doesn't, it's fence and fence, two different types of fence, that doesn't match up. So probably going to have to do something about that. And it's funny because it's the colors that I don't have a lot of in the first place that are actually doing the clipping. And I'm sorry, but you have to go. You do not belong in this pen. So, yeah, I had a yellow one in the green pen a bit back. So that was the story with that. Are you guys? Yeah, there we go. There's the hearts. When we brought them down here, we just took out the steps in front of the house and dug right under where the ladder comes down, and it was a straight shot, 2x2 tunnel, and they all came right through. So there was no frustration or anything like that. So I was thinking about recording that bit, but we've done that before with when we were doing FTB, and Mark and I were moving animals. We were just moving animals again. So I figured you guys have seen that. If you haven't, you can go back and watch our FTB videos. You'll see it there. But this is still way down into the ravine. Oh, hi, Skelly. And it's still dangerous, as you can see. I wonder if I can shoot through here. Oh, he's coming up. So there's nothing necessary. Come on, give me your bits and parts. I just heard a Skelly fall. Where did you fall from? I may have to do some more lighting, like up there, and make it a little safer, because I don't want anything to come jumping down and killing the animals. I don't care. Whoa, hey! I mean, obviously, I can fight for myself, but I don't necessarily want any creepers coming up here and exploding my livestocks. Let's go like that. Whoops. Do that. But with the dynamic lighting on and with the new way that Minecraft works with lighting, I cannot tell for the life of me. I had to walk around with F3 on. The lighting here is like, the lighting on this block is like 10 or 12, and I wouldn't think it would be. Because, there's all these shadows, and sometimes the shadows are lighter, like it's lighter here than it is, for example, here. It's really strange. And I used to be able to tell where the blocks were going to be spawnable. And now, with the way the lighting is, I cannot tell. So, there's that. Well, that's about it for our little tour and what we've been doing over the last couple days. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to be working on this tree farm. And we're going to plop it right here, and we're going to go up, and I think we're going to miss where the animals are, but there is enough room to make it this high over here. So we'll get you an update in a little bit. And we're back, and I took a break to breed sheep again and to clip them, and much as I surmised, each pen won't get to critical mass, but the room will, so I can keep kind of hopping in between, pen to pen to pen, and keep clipping for as long as I need to. Now, on the other hand, what I need to do is, you can see this is one run through the room, and you can tell we need to breed some more light grays, some orange, yellow, and lime, and maybe some green. There's all this white, because, well, white's utility anyway, but you'll notice that the color that is missing is brown. So, Melez and I have still not gone on our jungle safari. He said some things come up, so we haven't been able to do that quite yet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed these guys up, where I need the extra, and then I'm going to get started on the tree farm. So, we will see when we got some more progress on that in particular. Welcome back, and we have been busy. This is our palette for our new tree farm. I might extend it a little bit that way or a little bit that way, but we'll have some things to try when we come back. But keep getting interrupted by slimes, and this actually cuts into the ravine that's above us. And we know, I made it 7 high. We know that birches and oaks will grow 7 high. but we don't know about some of the other trees, so we're going to have to test out heights. And see that cut right there? That was that same as that cut that's down there. So we need to go more that way with it, so that if we need to go higher, we don't bust into the sheep. And I've been harvesting in my spare time, letting them grow back, and now we can taste the rainbow. I've also been getting a lot of leather, so the block shop should be seeing some new things shortly. It'll make some more money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. I like how the light in here makes the sheep look different colors, especially the purple ones. I don't know if you're seeing that or if it's just my thing, but some of these look darker than others, and then they move, and then they look almost disco-y sheep. But I think we're done for today. We're going to finish up the rest of the tree farm, do some tests, and see how high we can get our trees. And for now, I'm going to leave the rainbow, and we will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye. I see you back there. You're no sheep. You aren't fooling anybody. Ha!